artist, so I don't make a whole lot of money doing that. Had a few jobs, but I have a kind of an arthritis that it doesn't make me all bumpy, but it makes me so that I can't sit for hours at a time. So I really can't hold down a job where I either stand too much or sit too much. So it got worse and worse. That to me felt like that it never went away. I worried about it daily, didn't sleep well, and I felt like it was taking all my creativity away and basically taking my life away. I think the last straw was when the credit card companies all started upping everybody's rates, whether they were paying on time. I mean, it was just so unfair. And I already felt like I was underneath a big rock. I couldn't get out from under. And when that happened, it just was like, I have to do something. There must be some way to get some help here. Choosing Credit Solutions was pretty simple because once I called, I mean, the number was there. I was online thinking about bankruptcy, looking at all my options, and it popped up somehow, and I called, and the first person I talked to just knew what they were talking about, I thought. It was just, they were confident and professional and didn't try to push me into anything, answered all my questions, and didn't want me to sign something that day or anything, just gave me a lot of time and a lot of information. And I called back, I think, a couple times over a couple-week period, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and everybody I got, and I didn't always talk to the same person. Sometimes I like to, and I say, can I have your number? And they say, well, there's a lot of people here, and it works, because they all knew. So I called back a couple times and got my questions answered, and I decided this is the company to go with. When I settled my first account, it felt like a big weight was lifted off my shoulders, and I actually couldn't believe that it actually happened the way it did. I kept thinking, something's going to happen. Somebody's going to come to my door and say, you can't do this, it's not fair, or something. And it just, it felt so good. Like I said, all of a sudden my creativity came back, I could breathe. You know, I enjoyed myself, my life more. I wasn't weighted down with the worries and the heartache of feeling like you're just never going to get anywhere. I think the thing I learned the most, and that the thing that is following along with me now, is that not spending money on the dumb little things, because life is way more important and interesting than that. And probably the lesson learned here was, thankfully I got help to get out of that bind, but what I learned is to pay attention. You know, that's the problem. I think I got into this. I didn't pay attention. I wasn't like running around just buying cars and stuff. It was the little things. And all of a sudden, I couldn't handle it. And I think that that's what I learned from this process, is to pay attention. I felt Credit Solutions was really trustworthy from the very beginning, because the first person I got on the phone seemed to care about what my problem was. It wasn't just like I was just somebody on the phone that was, you know, they were going to run me through whatever, and it was going to be just this black and white situation. I mean, I really felt like this person cared. And I thought, well, maybe I was just lucky today and I got a good person who's got that heart. And then everybody else I talked to was the same way.